regarding automobiles, yeah. Welcome back. I've come to the realization or strong suspicion that somewhere in the car there's a leak. I suspect it's a head gasket leak. I don't really know how to fix that. I mean, there's videos. I have to replace the head gasket. I've never done anything that sort of elaborate before. Spurious Pseudo's offered to help me, and maybe I will eventually do it, but that's a really big job, and I don't know how long it'll take. It's a pretty minor leak, and what I'm gonna do today is I'm just gonna go do an oil change on the car and see what the oil looks like. If it's horrible, like yellow, then, well, I'll have to do the head gasket. If it's not, well then, I just picked this up, still got tags on it. Tomorrow I've signed up for my first autocross day. So I figure even with I just want to get the car driving a bit before I start ripping apart the engine and doing the internals. So if I can get one day in, then I'll be happy. Now I haven't really driven the car that much, so I have no idea how fast it accelerates. The torque steer on it, from what I've seen, is pretty bad. I don't know how the braking is, how the handling is at all. I haven't driven the car hard at all. So the autocross course will be my first try at that. My goal is to not come dead last. So you heard it here first. The goal is to not come dead last. So today I'll go out and do the oil change and see what happens. And if all goes according to plan, then I'll be ready to race. Not sure how much you can, or how well you can see this. This is the oil, just pulled it out. I didn't film me doing an oil change. Everybody knows how to do an oil change. There's no foam or yellowness or any discoloration, it's just black. So if there is a head gasket leak, which I think there is, but it's not very major, and it's good enough for me to at least get this car out and do some hard driving and hopefully not damage it too much. Okay, well, oil change is done. Coolant looks fine. Maybe there isn't a head gasket leak. Coolant is the right color. I topped it up a little. Power steering, still fine. Things I have not checked. The spark plugs probably need to be replaced. I haven't replaced those. The air filter, I haven't even opened the canister yet. I'm sure it's fine. There's an O2 sensor code that comes back every so often. I have an O2 sensor. I got a box yesterday. I think the O2 sensor is in it, so I'll have to replace that. But everything else, oil change is done. Suspension seems to be good. So now let's kind of take it for a little ride, I think. Hopefully with all the wind noise between the two mics, you can hear me. I can't really, I'm in like a residential zone, so I can't really light it up very well. So let's try and go somewhere with less people. So that was 0 to 80 to 0 again. Yeah, it's a lot faster if I don't spin the tires. Handling's pretty good, or the turning radius anyway. Well, my car's full of shit, but if it wasn't, I'm just trying to do stuff at kind of lower speeds that might might apply to some autocross. Just get an idea, and I get an idea of where the car is. Okay, so tip number 1 for autocross, clean out your car. Phil's tip number 1, don't have a bunch of shit flying around in your car. Well, even just that little 30 seconds there to a minute has made me feel a lot better about this. I wasn't going fast, but at least my suspension isn't going to explode when I put some load on it. So that's good. That is very good. Acceleration is pretty good in little short bursts like that. I have no idea what the top speeds are in an autocross. 60, 70. I'll have to look at some of the old videos. Like in my mind, I picture like second gear, like you're spending most of your time in second gear, third gear in some of the longer straights. Guess I'll find out. I love this supercharger noise. Well, I'm home now. Everything went pretty well. I was pretty happy with that. Gives me a lot of confidence for tomorrow. The braking shifts a little. Like under heavy braking, it sort of wobbles around a bit, but I think that's actually just how the car is. And I'm used to just a smoother braking. But the brakes need to be bled. The brakes can be upgraded altogether. I mentioned it a few times. That's going to be on the list next. But everything else is pretty good. Coolant I'm okay with. Maybe I was just being paranoid with the head gasket, but I'm not sure. So coolant looks okay. Power steering felt good, although it's making a noise again, a different noise. Oh yeah, oil seemed fine. So I'm ready to go for tomorrow, bright and early. Next time you see me, I'll be killing cones. Thanks for watching.